Have a domestic vacation planned in the coming months? Or are you planning to fly back home during the festive season? If yes, then this news may interest you. Starting 31st of August, the Civil Aviation Ministry will remove price caps for the domestic aviation sector. This will give airlines flexibility on passenger fares. Under normal circumstances, airlines would be broadly expected to continue with current levels of fares despite the government deciding to remove domestic fare caps. This is mainly on account of costlier fuel. However, that could change based on whether airlines maintain pricing discipline or not. Airline executives have also told Business Standard that low demand routes, flights with poor loads, and new routes could see discounts. Caps on fares and capacity were introduced in May 2020 as air travel resumed after the nationwide COVID-19 lockdown. While the government allowed 100% capacity deployment in October 2021, it continued with the pricing regulation. Under the current policy, the government has been setting minimum and maximum fares for domestic flights that are applicable for up to a period of 15 days from the booking date on a rolling basis. For bookings beyond 15 days, airlines have been free to set their own fares. Going ahead, capacity addition, the demand-supply situation, and fuel prices could determine pricing. How much you end up spending could also depend on which route you're flying. Aloke Bajpai, the co-founder and group CEO of ixigo, told Business Standard that airfares should gradually decline on routes with softer demand. Basically, customers can enjoy lower pricing on sectors or routes with comparatively low flight loads. However, another travel agency company executive believes that select flight routes, for instance, between Indian metros, were likely to see a surge in pricing. When you are traveling also matters. The announcement has come when traffic is lean. One financial daily reported that airline executives believe that a fare war could erupt. Ticket prices will decline if that happens. According to the report, airline executives see airfares falling at least till the end of September due to lower traffic. They do expect airlines to maintain pricing discipline in the festive season that starts from October. However, it is possible that airlines that urgently need liquidity might undercut prices even then. According to data provided by travel portal ixigo, for tickets purchased about 2 weeks in advance, the average one-way fares on some of the top domestic routes have decreased by as much as 31%. For example, a Delhi to Mumbai ticket, which cost 7,587 rupees a month ago, was down 24% to 5,801 rupees in the second week of August. Similarly, ticket prices on the Delhi-Goa route were down 20% and Mumbai-Chennai route fell almost 15%. But the decline came from a high base. It was driven by airlines and online travel aggregators trying to cash in on the long Independence Day weekend. The fares in July were 25 to 30% higher compared to January this year.
In the near term, we see a 10 to 15% correction downwards in airfares. And as this progresses, the natural correction where it will settle at is at 20 to 30% below current levels. In our view, a price war is inevitable because at some point, one of the weaker airlines for purposes of cash flow is going to engage in discounting. The thinking is, even if I'm at a loss, at least I can get in some cash because an airline seat is a perishable commodity. Once that aircraft takes off, that cash flow gone is lost forever. So it's a matter of when and not if regarding a fare war. And it will most likely be one of the weaker airlines that gets into it. If a stronger airline does it, that would be a strategy, a lost leadership strategy where they're bleeding a weaker competitor out of the market. In the near term, unless a competitor starts a fare war, the fare levels will remain fairly high. But, post the holiday season, which is post Diwali, you will see the fare levels returning to the unbelievable deals that you could get, a 1,500 rupee ticket or a 2,000 rupee ticket.
However, given the high base we spoke of earlier, the projected downwards correction won't bring considerable relief immediately. As Satyendra Pandey said, airfares will still be high in the near term. Meanwhile, the doubling of jet fuel prices and a weaker rupee against the dollar have increased the input cost for airlines. Akasa Air has also started operation, which will only increase competition going ahead.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
सब अच्छी दिख रही हैं यार, कौन सी खरीदूं?
ये तो वही बात हुई, 4000 शेयर्स लिस्टेड है, कौन सा लूं?
वो तो सबसे आसान है।
तुझे 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा पर है 4000 स्टॉक्स की रिसर्च, टेक्निकल टूल्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट आइडियाज। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है, investing made easy and rewarding with 5 paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.